Guys, it's Kaki. Today is my 14-week surge anniversary, and I have great news. I have lost this past week 5.4 pounds. I think that is actually one of my biggest losses since that first week or two after surgery, when, everybody loses a little more. If it's not the biggest since then, it's pretty close to it. I was so pleased when I stepped on the scale this morning. And even more importantly, I feel good. But that puts me down 68 pounds total since my pre-op diet, which would have been 2 weeks prior to my surgery on November 23rd of 2022. That puts me down 53.2 pounds since surgery. It's amazing the changes that have taken. I say this every week here again. It's amazing the changes in such a relatively short period of time. Um, I, I had a great week. I went to go see the Broadway series play Six with a friend, and it was so nice to fit so well into a seat and not worry and not feel like I was, falling out of it or over the sides of it. When my mother was living, we had Broadway series tickets, and she used a scooter for mobility. So we had handicap accessible seating. And after she passed away in 2020, I've kept those seats. And honestly, I kept them because they were the only seats I could fit in without feeling like I was doing an injustice to the people around me. So, next year when I renew, I may get regular seats. That's just amazing to me. We went out to eat afterwards for a late lunch, and I had a glass of wine and tolerated it fine. It drank it very slowly. Didn't finish it all, but it was nice to be able to do that every now and then. Um, I do have I have one of the main reasons that I had this surgery was to be able to enjoy travel more. I love to travel internationally. I typically take a couple of international trips a year. I've been to, I think, 55 countries, and my weight was keeping me from enjoying it or from being able to fully participate. So I have a trip. I leave May 5th. I'm going back to the Balkans area of Eastern Europe to kind of finish out that area of the country. A friend and I, or area of the world, a friend and I went last year to Croatia, Montenegro, and Bosnia. And so this year we're flying into Budapest. There's three of us. We have a driver, and we're going to take a couple of weeks just to explore that part of the world. And I am so looking forward to traveling now that I feel better. And, I was very nervous, and still am, about how I'm going to handle eating. But I feel like since I'm tolerating everything so well, I don't feel like it's going to be hard. I, plan on having breakfast at the hotel, maybe a boiled egg, some cheese, some meat, something like that. And then, I'm going to take some protein bars and some beef jerky and augment what I'm able to find with that. But it's so nice. I can't wait. I can't wait to see my friends. They haven't seen me since my surgery. And I can't wait to actually feel like my weight is not holding me back. So, that's coming up in a couple of months. And I'm starting the countdown on that. Um, I cleaned out some more clothes out of my closet and gave them to my sister. If she can't wear them, she's going to give them to a friend of hers that she works with. But that process of letting those clothes go, it's not just clearing out your closet. It's really an emotional thing that you're saying goodbye to the way things were, and it feels good. Um, you know, I was able to do some yoga again. I've talked about my shoulder problems, and I was told to hold off on that. And I was riding my recumbent bicycle during that time. I was supposed to be riding it every day. It didn't happen every day, but I was making an effort. But last night I was able to get back and do some stretches, and that really felt good. I felt good while I was doing it. Um, one thing I wanted to talk about is something that I'm struggling with, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with after surgery. It's fear of failure. You know, everything is, it's so bizarre because everything is going so well. I'm not having any struggles, having any problems. I mean, I've had a few weeks where I've maintained, but not really any problems. But yet I am so fearful of failure still. And I think one of the things that, those of us who are obese are used to failure. We're used to feeling like we can't do anything right. And we've lost weight in the past, many of us, and gained it back. And that's my biggest fear is gaining the weight back, or what if this is it? I feel great, but I want to lose a lot more. What if things stop? And I think one of the reasons for that is there's so much conflicting information from program to program, from nutritionist to nutritionist, from surgeon to surgeon. One program tells you eat every 3 hours. One program says eat 2 to 3 times a day. One program says drink a protein shake every day to augment your protein. Another says try not to do that. The calories, uh, don't eat this, don't count calories, stay within, my nutritionist says try to stay 800 calories, 6 to 800. Um, it's just, and then I read in other places and I watch other people's videos and they're eating 1200. And I'm somebody who likes clear cut guidelines. I like somebody to tell me, you need to eat this. This is how you need to do it. And even though I'm being successful, there's this fear. What if I stretch out my pouch? What if, I do something to impede the process? What if this is just the honeymoon phase that's actually helping me lose weight and not the way that I'm eating? And, I'd like to hear from other people who have had weight loss surgery. Is that a fear that you have too? Has the conflicting info been really hard for you? And what are you eating? Are you, do you count calories? Which I really don't count them, but at the end of the day, I look at my calories and I look at my protein. What are you going by? I was watching a TikTok person the other day that I've been following her. She's lost 150 pounds. She is eating 12 to 1400 calories a day. And I'm thinking to myself, gosh, I'm only eating about, half of that. Am I doing something wrong? Is this going to backfire on me? But I'm going by what my nutritionist says. But why does she say that when so many other people say different stuff? I don't know. I need to stop overthinking it, but that's who I am. Um, anyway, it's like I said, been a great week. I'd love to hear from folks who are in this journey, whether you're pre-op or post-op. I'd love to hear about any struggles that you're having, any questions. I'll do anything I can to answer them. I'm not a weight loss expert. I'm a weight loss patient. So, if there's something that I can do to answer any questions you have, I'll be glad to. So my plan for this week, one thing that I know that I need to work on is speed of eating, slowing down. Um, as I've gotten further along in the process, I've noticed that I'm speeding up. My meals aren't taking as long. Um, and I know that making sure that I chew well, making sure that I allow time between bites will help with my satiety. That's what pretty much every program says. And where I was taking 20 to 30 minutes to eat a meal, I see it's taking 10 to 15 now, so I know that's something I need to focus on. So that's what I'm going to focus on this week. Uh, I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and I will update next Wednesday. Bye, guys.